It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. Got a man, that's IU. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolf. 70 Timberwolf. Dragon 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Seahawks sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And last week, they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards in the sticks move.
Come on, come on. Hey, Bronco 80.
Back to throw again. And Walker has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
You talk about this Seahawk defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one. Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
A gain of 22 yards.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now Marshall. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. These two teams all tied after 1.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Purdy. Now he's going to step up and run. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And here's Marshall. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you go to without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled 1 bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Okay, great.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Go.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Here is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Start.
They'll set up a throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Liking 18. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Get it. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This is caught by Evans. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Savon Level. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
They'll set up to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. The first carry here for Jordan James. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, it didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice...
Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances. And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Ready, set.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He is out of bounds right around the 34. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect it with his legs for that first down pickup.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 66 yards. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Purdy now to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, 49ers.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They go play action here. Purdy. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Ready? Viking 18.
On third down. Here's Walker. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Outside. 18. Watch out.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They run it with James. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
18. Watch out.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jalen Walker in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. Man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Cougar 19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Walker has it. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Back to throw, Purdy. Past the 20, 5, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, 44 yards. And the Niners are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here we go.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to For at least 3 points, I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Ready, set.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Craft all 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hut, hut.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown Seattle. From 19 yards away. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing here, Purdy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Purdy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Reek Whelan. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Purdy's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
70 Timberwolves.
Looking to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception. They got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. James. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the...
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah.
Then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets in with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Out of the Don Walker with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Going up top. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has... That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point.
Purdy will throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strengths.
Reichard to kick off.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 34 yards the gain that time, another first down.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll set up to throw. To Evans on the slant. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd and 6.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Purdy now to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Yeah, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. They'll come up now on second down.
Get set, up.
Purdy to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And the 49er, first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10. Here's Purdy. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Michael Pittman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On the jump. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Ready. 60 Bison.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal him. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is first and 10. Throwing, Purdy. The killer here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Purdy to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs, and they have to officiate block and charge.
Here's 2nd down. To throw is Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even